everyone, how are you? Hope you had an amazing weekend and may peace be upon you. If you can just give me like a couple of seconds, I'm just gonna add my good friend Kathleen here. Just hold on. Alright, I've invited her, so hopefully she'll be able to join us very soon. There she is. Hold on, I'm gonna bring her back to the camera, okay? Okay. Thank you for watching. And today we are going to be discussing about death, total loss of ability to work, and critical illness. How are you going to survive? Hi, Kathleen. How are you? Good morning.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. I'm very well, thank you. How about you, Is?
Alhamdulillah, I'm great. Waalaikumsalam. And may peace be upon you too. So thank you, Kathleen, for joining us today. And we had so much time, so much fun when we did our Facebook Live the last time. And of course, because we've got quite a few queries on to have a further discussion about this topic. So today, Kathleen, we're going to be discussing about death. Serious topic today is going to be about death, total loss of ability to work, and critical illness, and how are you going to survive. Kathleen, could you tell a little bit to our viewers a little bit about yourself and a little bit about what you do?
Hello, hi. My name is Azlin. I'm an insurance and Takaful advisor, which is an insurance for Muslim, is an Islamic insurance. What I do is helping families, hundreds of families, just like your families, to protect you against any financial risk due to critical illness, death, or sickness. Yes, that's what I do.
Awesome. And this is actually a serious topic, and you've met and helped hundreds of families around the country, up and down, north and south around the country. But the thing is, Kathleen, oh, I've got my sister-in-law there watching me. Hi, Shada, she's like literally across the room from me. So the thing is, Kathleen, a lot of people are thinking like, oh, it's okay, I'm just gonna leave it to fate, or it's okay, I'll do it later. Kathleen, now what I really want is for you to highlight how serious it is for people not taking swift actions in taking care of this part of their life. Could you share at least like an experience that you went through, or a case study of one of your clients that has an impact to the seriousness of us not being able to think and protect our families?
Right. Okay. Yeah. One of the the impact of not having any financial protection is huge. You know, most people do not take swift action, as you said, because they are not realizing, they are not present of the impact. It's just the same like people who are smoking or drinking too much, or not taking care of their health. They are not taking they are not taking the action that they should. It's because they're not present of the impact. So our intention today is to bring the impact of not taking care of this part of your finance properly to the present, so that people are present with the impact.
Yes, the seriousness of it.
Yeah. One of the impact is that I've seen is people lost their house. When when you have no money to to travel or to do some other things like to go for a meal outside, it's okay. But when your basic necessity as a human being threatened, there is when death happens to the breadwinner, so the family find themselves in a position where they don't have any more income to pay for the mortgage, to pay for the rent. So their property or the shelter they are living in being threatened to either being to be sold by the bank, or the landlord asks them to leave. That is a huge impact, and it causes a lot of stress to the family. And the other impact is that it can lead to bankruptcy. If you are still alive and people who are having critical illness lost the job, and not having any more income, and you have a mortgage under your name and not being able to pay for some time, that could lead to bankruptcy as well, you know, after the foreclosure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's pretty serious, because a lot of people are thinking, oh no, it's not gonna happen to me, or like, oh, I'm just gonna leave it to fate. If it happens, someone's gonna take care of me, you know, like someone is a family member or whoever it is. But it isn't always the case, right, Kathleen? Because you've seen, could you share to us about a family that you were telling me, or one of your clients that were telling me that happened to them, something really devastating happened to them, and the impact that it has, because it does happen, unfortunately, and may we be protected from it, and God forbid, may we be protected from it, but unfortunately it does happen. Kathleen, I know it's a little bit cheerful. I get cheerful when I hear about that story too, because it's affecting someone really close to us. But I think it's important for us to share, to know that don't take things for granted.
Yeah. The closest person who was impacted by this was my father. You know, he survived cancer 3 times.
Wow.
It has a huge impact on, you know, of course, on himself. You know,
Yes.
it was unexpected. He's one of the healthiest person that I have met in my life. I mean, he always exercises and he eats well. And for him to have cancer, it is totally unexpected for him and for us. So,
absolutely.
you know, but Alhamdulillah, he had a medical insurance for himself. So, in the process of he looking for the best treatment for himself, he just tried and error to few places, and with the medical insurance in place, he could manage to do that, and he could, Alhamdulillah, focus just on you know,
Getting better.
recovery. Just to focus on recovery, and you know, really going through the treatment that being suggested. So that has, you know, that has helped a lot. You know, if he doesn't have any medical insurance, I think we could have sold our house. Just, you know, we might have to sell our house to pay for his medical cost. And and this is one of the big motivation for me, you know, to really being a stand for people to have medical insurance or takaful, so that they don't have to be in the position that is, you know, when they still have chance to survive and to recover and to be with the family, and they lost the energy and focus because of financial stress. And the second one, this is a person who's very dear to my heart as well. They plan to take medical insurance or medical card. Medical
coverage.
Takaful coverage before the Eid celebration, and they have not done because of the busyness, and you know, because of
family matters,
family matters, and they just delay it for a few days. And what happened is they had a accident, a terrible accident, where you know, her son passed away. And
that's devastating.
Yeah, her son passed away, and the whole family had multiple injuries. The whole family had multiple injuries, you know, and it has cost them, like, I think when she mentioned last time, this is about 70,000 of their own saving, and beside the help, beside they have lots of help from families and friends. So, you know, this thing can be avoided. You know, please take action now, because these days, if my friend were to apply for takaful or insurance, it could be very difficult, and it could be very long process, and most probably it will be declined.
It'll be rejected,
and,
because of the high risk.
Is because of their high risk.
Because of the high risk.
Yeah, the other case that I've seen is, you know, my neighbor. What happened is the husband has medical protection and the wife is staying at home looking after children. They have
Right.
5 children between 1 year old to 15.
15,
Yeah,
right.
and then 15 years old. So when I asked the husband, would you protect your wife against financial risk as well, and said
Yes.
it doesn't matter because she's not working,
She's
I'm the
just a
most important person
housewife, right?
because no, he didn't say that. He didn't say that, but he said because he's not, bringing the money to the family.
Got it.
So I think it's fine. But what happened? And honestly, I was not present of the impact of that as well. So I
Right.
wasn't like really being a stand for him. I said, okay, that's
Yes.
fine. That's your
And being
decision.
straight with him, absolutely.
Yeah. So what happened was his wife was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was stage 4 of
Yeah.
breast cancer, and
That's
she
serious.
was very the cancer spread all over her body.
Right.
What I
So,
mean.
so it
Yeah,
was fast.
it was very fast, and what happened was he had to resign his job because to take care of the wife
And the 5
and
kids.
the 5 kids.
Wow.
So now they end up with loss of income as well, although he's not the one who's being affected by the sickness and illness. So
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, I was not present of this.
Yes.
I never thought that. Yeah.
It is hard.
But it happened, and so that's what happened. He had to resign, and he had to live with the savings for sometimes I think about a year, more than a year, and eventually his wife passed away. So this is a very sad story, but I mean, I have to tell this story. Sometimes when your wife is not working, we can overlook the contribution that she has made to the family in order for the breadwinner to gain an income.
Right.
So yeah, that's what happened, and yeah, he said to me, his advice was, he said, if you see any husband who have wife staying at home wife with small children, please ask them to protect the wife as well against financial risk due to death, sickness,
Or critical illness.
and critical illnesses, because if your wife is sick, then you have to resign the job and take care of the children
And live off
and
the savings, which is going to deplete like really fast within the blink of an eye. Like nowadays, it's like $10,000 is the minimum that you need to have in order for you to survive, at least to have a good, sustainable life. And how many $10,000 do you have in the bank? You're probably going to last a month or two the most.
And most people don't even have $10,000 in their bank.
Totally, they don't.
Seriously, they don't.
Yeah, it's like crazy what's happening to society nowadays, and how people are still being in denial and ignorant, and I would say in a way irresponsible, because these things happen, but you're not even going to take the protection to protect yourself. And it is hard because Kathleen had shared it happened to her father, it happened to one of our closest friends, and that one just tears my heart away, because as a mom, when you lose a kid, it's like there's nothing, and especially when you have to go through the recovery and the medical treatment itself, it is, and eating $80,000 or something of the savings, and that's still not enough, right, Kathleen? They still have to go through many different treatments because of the huge impact. And her neighbor that lost his wife and had to quit his job and look after the small family. So, Kathleen, what is your number one advice to all the moms and all the women out there to protect themselves right now? What is it that they can do so that, God forbid, if this were to happen, they at least have some form of income replacement, or they have at least some form of something, so that they're not at the mercy of others?
Yep. My number one advice is, if you watch this video, it means that it's a calling for you to take action now. So today, please, please, please go and contact, an agent or Takaful advisor, insurance advisor, and get free consultation from them. At least you have taken the first step. And and get yourself protected with either medical insurance, which is you call it medical card in Malaysia, or
Life
life
insurance
insurance, income
or
protection,
yes,
or
the
hibah. There are so many plans.
yes, so many
You don't.
different names. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly. And very, very important for you to check again and again. What that you understand your policy, what's covered and what's not.
Right.
So please take an action. Contact an agent. Today if you can, because if you watch this, it's a calling for you to take responsible of your finance now. That's my advice for today.
Absolutely. And I strongly agree with Kathleen because when I work with stressed out moms and women that they are in a financial difficulty, and one of the reasons is because they couldn't work for whatever reason, and as a result, they had to be on credit card debt, and it keeps on spiraling down. So this is one of the ways, and God forbid if it were to happen, you have some form of peace, like Kathleen's father, he had some form of protection, so he was able to focus on his healing and not worry so much about the family and the money because that has been taken care of. So thank you for watching, everyone. It is a very hot topic, very emotional one for both of us today. Hi, everyone. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Rora. If you just tune in, make sure, please, please, please make sure you watch it from the start. Please watch the replay because this is absolutely critical. Do not jeopardize yourself and your family just by delaying things. That's what happened to our friend who just delayed it for a few days, and and they were impacted by a huge death to the family. So both Katlin and I, we offer free consultations. If this is something you want to chat, there's something you want to clear off, or there's any information that you want, please contact us. Send us a personal message. We are here to help you. All right, Katlin, tomorrow we're going to continue with how do we calculate the amount that you need for you to survive, and as a result, take care of apply for a protection that you need, right, Kathleen? So
Yep.
that is for tomorrow. So make sure you tune in to us. So everyone, thank you for watching. Kathleen, thank you for having us today. Thank you for joining us today. And may peace be upon you. And we will speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.